Hey, I'm Sam and I Do Design. In the video today, I'm telling you why you don't need design sketching. So I think this video is really important, guys, because a lot of people have asked me how they can get better at sketching and how they can improve sketching to become a better designer. And I actually think that design sketching doesn't make you a good designer. It's a great skill to have, don't get me wrong, and if you want to be a great sketcher, then absolutely go for it. But I don't want it to put people off when they're maybe not the best at sketching and they want to become a designer, and I've seen it in the past where it's actually put people off, and I want to put that straight in this video today. So first off, I want to address some things that I've seen on Instagram lately that doesn't quite sit right with me. So I think first off, on Instagram there are some great design sketches on there, and I'm trying to be one of them, so absolutely I think it's a great skill to have. Secondly, a lot of the sketches on Instagram aren't actually design sketches. I think that they are still life artworks. It's great to be able to do still lifes, but in terms of design sketching and getting ideas quickly as possible onto the page, not quite the same thing when you're spending hours and hours and hours on a sketch. It becomes more like an art piece, and it should be celebrated as that, so absolutely, sure. You don't need to be a great sketcher to get ideas across as quickly as possible. Sure, it helps, but I'm here to tell you why. One of my most popular posts over the last few weeks was a spoon that I did as a joke with a hole in the middle, and the joke was that it's the spoon that doesn't wash you back. So I posted that, and you guys, went crazy for it, more so than my last post, so thank you for that. But I want to come clean today, because that sketch was not actually sketched at all. That was 3 JPEGs. That was 3 JPEGs that I stitched together, and sure, I sketched the hole in the middle of the spoon, but apart from that, it was just a composition of 3 photos, and I think it goes to show that you don't need to sketch to get ideas across. And I'll tell you now, I'm going to play the time lapse of that video, but it's going to be such a quick time lapse, which is why I'm talking so much now. Okay, I'll play that now. So as you can see, it's literally just 3 images that I put into Procreate, and I did edit them a little bit, and I added some sketch lines, and I added a vignette, so yeah, that's fine. But when it comes down to it, that sketch took me maybe 15 minutes to do, when if I tried to sketch that from scratch, then it would have taken a lot longer. And I know maybe I'll just get past these people. And I know that on the iPad that's really easy to do if you can get your hands on digital sketching tools like the iPad or the Cintiq or anything like that. I know for everyone that's not possible to do. But there are so many other ways to get your ideas across without sketching or without the digital tablets. And also, designers never talk to each other in sketches like that. Designers never ever spend hours on a sketch to show each other. If I'm talking to another designer at work, then it will literally be an image like this, where it's absolutely scribbles. So design sketching really comes along when you're showing things to the clients, but even then, a lot of the time it's renderings, it's CAD data that you can send across. So sure, design sketching is a really great skill to have, and it just puts you above everyone else maybe coming out of university. But absolutely do not let it stop you from becoming a designer. If you can't sketch, it will come. If it doesn't come, there are so many other ways that you can communicate ideas, and you'll find your way into that. It's going to come naturally, and you're going to communicate in the best ways that come naturally to you, and that's absolutely fine if you can't sketch. Some of the best designers at Precipice Design haven't picked up a pencil in maybe 5 years. They find other ways to get their ideas across. They find other ways to communicate, and the company wouldn't exist without them. So definitely, design sketching does not make you a good designer. picking up on the previous point I made about still life being on Instagram and not design. I think it's such a great skill to be able to render things photorealistically. But I just don't, it's difficult because then when you call it, you know, whichever design blog it's on, I'm not going to pick on names. Yeah, I'm not going to pick on names, but there are certain design blogs out there that they sell themselves as design sketching blogs. But they're artists, they're art blogs, which is fine, perfect, you know, amazing, and I follow them all the same. I think it's some great work in there. But none of that work will exist in the real world in an in-house team or in a consultancy or in a freelance. And I think it's sending across the wrong image to other people that can't sketch maybe as well. And it's a shame. Because a lot of the design sketches out there, they spend, you know, you get normally 10 minutes, half an hour to sketch something at most. And then when you see these blogs sharing these artist pieces, sharing these artworks of products and rendered materials and photorealism, it's difficult because if they spent 3 or 4 hours on that piece, or if they spent 2 or 3 hours on that piece, it's not going to work in the design world. So that's all I want to get across is you don't need to be a good sketcher to be a good designer, and you will find your way if you just keep communicating and keep finding the best way to communicate your ideas. I'm lost. I think that's all I wanted to say, guys. I wanted to come clean about my spoon sketch, and I wanted to just give some encouragement to people out there that might not be able to sketch as well as they want to. But like I said, if you want to learn how to sketch, then absolutely practice and practice and practice, because it will come. I promise you. If you look through my Instagram page, maybe even 2 years ago, I'm not a very good sketcher at all, and I just practice and practice and practice, and I'm getting better. I'm not the best, but I'm definitely getting better. But I'm also finding ways to do it quicker and more efficiently, which is, I think, really important. I'm really lost. I have no idea where I'm going. What's through there? Oh, little cafe. That's nice. Okay, so also this is a completely different format for me, walking around. Never done this before, chatting to a camera. So if you guys like this new look, let me know in the comments, because I need some support. There's a lot of people looking. I just wanted to do this little walk around because it's sunny and I didn't want to go to the studio to film today. But let me know down in the comments if you agree with me. Do you think you need design sketching to be a good designer? Do you agree about the still life on Instagram as well? I think that's a pretty good conversation to have. And yeah, conscience is clear now. I just wanted to come clean about my spoon sketch and tell you guys it's okay to do the same thing as well. It's okay to cheat. It's okay to get things done quicker, because then you can free time up to go and walk in the park. So comment down below if you think you agree with me, or comment down below if you really don't agree with me, and we'll have a chat. And like this video if you enjoyed it, and follow me if you enjoyed this as well. Go and check out the other sketches that I've done to see that I can sketch, I promise. There are a few tutorials on YouTube now. So yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, follow, hit bell button, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.